Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is Lamafede. So, one of the things that we most got as a request was essentially what's the roadmap for practice within TSU? And this is a difficult question to answer because essentially it depends on where you start from, right? There are people who have already been exposed to Dharma but they need to understand the ritual part of it. There are people who already have the ritual part but need to practice yogas. There are people who come with no Dharma knowledge but with knowledge of sorcery from Western sorcerers or other sources. So what does the journey of someone look like? We're working on getting more individualized journeys, and bear in mind that what I'm going to show you is essentially just an outline, right? For an abstract person who just came into contact with everything here. Yours is going to probably change, but as a way to show you what we would think of a typical journey, I think it might be helpful. So let's proceed to it. So let us say that you come into a TSU and you need to have some contact with either Dharma or sorcery. This will mean that you will need to be introduced into the Guya Mantrayana, which is the actual term for what is called the Tantric Path in the West, or the Vajrayana. It's called the Path of Secret Mantra. And you start. What's the first thing you have to do? Where do you have to start? At the Dharma basics. This will introduce you to both bodhicitta and what essentially are the mechanisms for all Dharmic sorcery. Once you have that down, which you can do at your own pace, you can go into the 146 Dharma gates. And these are introductory systems which are mostly already pre-recorded, in which you can practice 6 deities. These 6 deities rotate twice per year, once per month. And with this you can have a very good introduction into all the tantric systems. This will allow you to practice bodhicitta, and this will have you get a general introduction to Tantra that essentially will cover all the main basics and all the 4 activities. For those of you who at least complete 1, of course you can complete the 6 if you like, but those who at least complete 1, you can move on to more advanced practice. This could be the Yamantaka system, this could be one of the practices that we teach occasionally when enough people reach the threshold of accumulation, like for example Bhutanamara Vajrapani, and these deal more with the completion stage yogas like Tumo and Tumo is Chandali, Tumo and Dream Yoga and Clear Light Yoga and so on. And lastly, once you have stabilized that, and we don't have that many people who have stabilized that, there you have a fork in the road. The first fork in the road is essentially to train as a Gapka Ngamba, which essentially is to train as a sorcerer of a shaman and help people through rituals and through practice aimed at essentially clarifying things or destroying obstacles or doing divination. And the second is to train as a lama, as a teacher, where essentially you will help people through rituals but also through teaching Dharma. So these 2 forks are the apex of the road, and essentially what this means is how to put your bodhicitta, the one that you have been training from the Dharma basic, into action. And once you perfect this, what it should become the base for the enlightenment of all beings. So I hope this is helpful. Remember, this is an approximation. No one is going to have the same journey from the beginning to the end exactly, but this should essentially give you an idea. You start by the Dharma basics, you move into the gates. From the gates you choose a more advanced system, and from there you either specialize on helping people through rituals, but not teaching, or to teaching and maybe rituals. But the main idea, remember, it's enlightenment for all beings. Bodhicitta is both the beginning of the path and the end. I hope this has been helpful, and we'll talk again soon. Sarva Mangalam.